everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the all-new 2023 Nissan Z with the automatic transmission. And with that being said, let's just get right into the review. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3-liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 400 horsepower and then 350 pound-feet of torque, and I love the display they have going on. You've got the bracing there in the center, and I love how it says V6 twin-turbo to let everyone know that it's a twin-turbo engine, of course, and it's really nice and symmetrical under the hood, so I think Nissan did a great job with that. So first off, this color is called Passion Red Tri-Coat, and yeah, it looks pretty awesome. So first off, you guys will notice here at the center of the hood with the new Z, you've got these distinctive body lines, and then coming down below, you guys can see the headlights with the daytime running lights. Again, I really like the sharp design with it, and just kind of like all melds together with the bodywork. Parking sensors here on the front end. Notice we have our new Nissan logo that has the white print. And then you guys can see here with the signature front grille, again, we've got more parking sensors integrated into that. Sorry about my shadow right there. We'll kind of back off a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. But notice we don't have a ton of fake vents like other cars in this particular segment, just saying. And I think it's a really good looking car, especially in person. The proportions are really nice. And then you guys can see again from a full front view perspective, yeah, it just kind of, it mixes like the classic Z look with, you know, some modern styling, which is really cool. Now, coming around the side here, we've got 255mm tires wrapped around 19-inch wheels in the front, and then 275mm tires wrapped around 19-inch wheels in the back. Now, this has the performance package, so we've got the upgraded brakes that come with the performance package. We also have these lightweight alloy wheels as wheel. Haha, see what I did there? But yeah, you guys can see here with the design, looks so cool. And the red definitely pops out. Not as much on this particular car because when we have a red car and red brake calipers, but I still think it looks fantastic from a design perspective. And I like how the wheels are darker in contrast to the car because it's quite bright. And then notice here with the bodywork on the side, you can see the side skirt as well, and you can see the hips here on the back. Just look how wide it is. You can see how it's like so much wider in the back than it is in the front. Definitely gives it a distinctive appearance. And then here's your full side view. You can see again with that retro styling. Notice how we've got the chrome strip there at the top of the roof. We have the black roof. We've got the black mirror caps as well. And yeah, overall, again, looks fantastic. So here's our key fob. Notice we have the Nissan logo. We've got our lock and our unlock function. Pretty simple. Now, if we unlock the car, you guys are probably wondering, how do I open up the hatch from the rear? Well, you got the Nissan logo here. Press the button there, and then that pops the hatch. And then we can open up the rear hatch here. So you can see with the bracing there in the back, that is also cool from a aesthetic perspective. Loading floor is pretty high, but you notice we have a pretty practical trunk space area here. You've got the Z logo here on the floor covering, and if we, well, lift this up, you guys can see the floor underneath, and it looks like there's like another layer of carpeting. We have like carpetception happening here, and it looks like there's another covering. Oh my gosh, there's 3 layers, and then you guys can see underneath all of that with the tools and everything. But yes, we have carpetception happening here with the new Z. There's quite a bit underneath, and then when you're all done, you just pull it back down because it's a hatch, and boom. Now let's finish things up with the rear of the Z. So you guys can see here with the spoiler that comes with the Performance Edition. And then coming down below, you guys can see the retro style taillights. Another cool thing with the Z. You got the Z logo, got again the new Nissan logo with the camera right next to the logo. More parking sensors here on the rear. And then I love the styling of the exhaust tips here. And then you guys can see with the black trim here at the bottom, then you can see the diffuser as well. And apparently the automatic is a little bit louder than the manual is what a lot of people have been saying. But again, look at the wide hips and everything from a rear perspective. And so again, I think they did a really good job. And finished in red, this is just cool. So let's go over the door panel here. So you can see it's kind of soft touch at the top, and then notice the leather and then the Alcantara insert. That looks really cool. You've got automatic windows there. You've got your mirror adjustments, door lock and unlock. And then I love the door handle as well. And then notice the vent on the door. Just a quick look at the mirrors. We have another Z logo right here. And of course we got to show the door jamb sticker here so you can see the payload and all that. And then also the gross vehicle weight rating as well. And here is the seat itself. So you can see again a mix with the black and the red here with the seat. So the top of the headrest is actually leather, but then down below, we've got again the Alcantara inserts. Notice it's perforated, which looks really cool. Again, the contrast between the red and the black is fantastic. And then you have your little seatbelt here. You got some seat adjustments on this side, and then the rest of the seat adjustments are actually here on the other side, which is kind of interesting. Got our Z floor mat, and look how nice the pedals are. And then even the dead pedal has nice material. Stability control button here off to the side. And you can see the paddle shifters here on the back of the steering wheel. Definitely nice material. And, well, let's pop in. Now here is the steering wheel for the new Z. So you can see really nice from material standpoint and aesthetic standpoint too, frankly. But notice the stitching here on the center. And then look at these paddle shifters. We have nice paddle shifters, unlike the, you know, other cars in this segment, Supra. But anyways, got the Z logo there in the center. And then notice we actually have adaptive cruise control. We got some controls for the center stack. Turn signal light stock. We got our windshield wiper stock, all the works. And, well, there's the steering wheel. Now here is the center gauge cluster. You guys can see what we've been averaging so far from a fuel economy standpoint. I may or may have not been having a little bit of fun with the car, just saying. But also understand this is a pre-production car, and so that might not be accurate to what the actual production car will get from a fuel economy standpoint. But notice all the different bits of info that you can see here in the center. And then we do have some different drive modes. So you have basically standard and sport. So you're either just, you know, slow cruising through town, showing everyone how cool your Z is, or you're like hardcore on the throttle, going crazy. So notice here at the top of the dash how we have the little analog gauges. Again, kind of goes with the retro theme of the Z. I think that's another cool little touch. Now here's the center infotainment system. First off, if we pop it into reverse, we've got the backup camera with trajectory lines. They do turn with the steering wheel and resolution solid on the camera. And if we put it back into park, the camera will go away, but we have a camera button that we can press, and notice how you can kind of customize that. Now, as for the rest of the infotainment system, this is Nissan's most modern infotainment system. You guys have seen this in other Nissan reviews. Now, it isn't their largest version of the infotainment system, but you can see response time is fantastic, and functionality, frankly, on the smaller infotainment system versus larger infotainment system is pretty much the same, so you're not really losing anything with this screen. And so overall, yeah, solid system, and I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It has navigation too, which is pretty cool, and well, there you go. So down below we have a single zone climate system. We've got a couple of USBs, and then you can see you've got some extra storage space there for like your phone, for example. Got the stop start button, and you can see the drive mode select, and then the shifter for the 9-speed automatic. You pull it down for drive, and then you pull it down again for manual mode. Let me actually see if you don't have to, okay, so you don't have to click the button. You can just push the shifter down to go from drive to manual, if you guys are wondering. And then we do have heated seats here. And you can see we've got this to open up the hatch in the back. We have a singular cup holder. And look at this. The Z has been made to drift. That's what happens when you have a car made by enthusiasts. And notice here with the center console, it's got nice padding here on the top. And then notice here with like how the whole bottom portion's red. I really like the design of this interior. And again, it's like a two-tone themed car because the exterior is two-tone and the interior is two-tone as well. And then glove box setup. Nothing too crazy there. And then also notice the stitching kind of connects from one side of the dash to the other. And we have that double bubble roof design. So headroom is actually pretty solid here in the Z. And so if you're actually over 6 foot, you'll be able to fit in the car, which is pretty neat. And then you can see the mirror as well. Let's talk about visibility before we set off here in the new Z. Here's the visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, and throughout the rest of the rear. Before we actually physically move whatsoever, I have to mention that driving impressions are embargoed until later this month, but I figured you guys would want to somewhat see how the Nissan Z drives, and so I've kind of figured out a, Ben Hardy loophole to get around this. So first off, that means that I can only drive the car, I can't say anything, and then I will have to put some sort of like funny animation over the gauge cluster because I can't show what the car is doing from a speed or RPM perspective, and so that'll be fun to figure out from an editing perspective. But just so you guys know, this is not gonna be normal driving impressions. Normal driving impressions will come later, and so let's just get right into it. Okay, this is going to sum things up for our silent review with the new Nissan Z. I tried to show you the car, you know, driving without driving impressions in a couple different circumstances with a couple different things happening. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, once the embargo releases, I will have my full review with driving impressions so I can let you guys know how this drives with the automatic. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any other, you know, things happening here in this video. So see you guys. Now that's gonna sum things up for our video on the all new Nissan Z. And with that being said, I'll see all of you in that next video.